Hi everyone, I'm back. So I barely finished, let me scooch in. I barely finished week 11, so I'm excited about that. Let's get started. Let me move that out of the way. I see that's in the film. Okay, so, yep, okay, we're good. So Tim was supposed to jimmy rig my lights, right? He was gonna do an experiment because he's like, well, you can get that ring thing. He's all, but I don't know if it's gonna really work for what you want, he tells me. And then he says, well, we bought some lights for the garage. So, but he tells me, I don't know. And then I was looking at the ring and I was like, okay, well, the ring light, I should say, not the ring doorbell. And we were looking and it doesn't look like like there's free returns. So I'm like, well, shoot, you know. So I'm like, okay, well, he says, I bought all those extra, or the lights for the garage. Let me see what I can do to jimmy rig it. And I said, okay, we're using Our House by Cartabella. and so I said, okay, that's fine. Well, lo and behold, he was home for one day. Okay, so one day he was home. And he he put the lights up. There's a whole other story to that one too. But he put the lights up. He forgot to leave one out for me. So now we're back to square one, where he used the light one of the lights he was going to experiment with my room. And so I'm like, dude, he's like, I'm sorry. And so we were laughing. But I'll tell you, okay, so Tim was diagnosed with, well, a blood disorder, okay? But we finally, okay. He has a lot of medical problems that we were, you know, chalking up to him getting older and the fact that he's working like non-stop, right? And so, well, we went to the doctor and he had to go in for his like basically annual, and the doctor did a whole workup. Well, the whole workup was fine, and but she decided to do some extra testing. And that was the time when, you know, I told you I got that darn needle in my hand and all that stuff with the girl not knowing what she's doing. Well, so that's when he did his blood test. Well, we got the results back like 2 weeks later, and they told him he has too much iron in his blood. And so we were like, okay, so then that led to, okay, you have to go see a specialist. What was it? An endocrinologist? No, a gastrologist. I think it was a gastrologist, which is kind of weird. But, so we got our appointment, but the doctor was on vacation, of course. And that's Tim and his dad. That was taken 2 days ago. How funny, huh? And so he went to, I don't know where this doctor went. So we were told, okay, well, March 21st. Well, this was in February. And so we're like, okay, so we had to wait until March 21st. So, but when Tim, remember, I think I told you guys how Tim, he got those 8 vials of blood that day taken out, and he felt really good afterwards. He's like, ah, man, I feel kind of good. Well, we didn't know what she tested him for, right? So we didn't even know about that whole iron thing. Well, so we go to the doctor March 21st. We finally get in to see him. He says, you don't have that disorder. He says, because, you know, you kind of would be like almost dead. He's like, because you're 47 and you would need to, look at Cheyenne's face. Let me show you Cheyenne's face. We were laughing so hard. Okay, because that was the week she came over to have to cook and everything else, and she got it's a dessert. It's a bread with some yogurt and some bananas, and so she grabbed the whole thing, and we were laughing so hard. So I was like, wait, I gotta take a picture. So yeah, so that's what that was about. So anyway, so then she said, or he says, the doctor says, you have a mild form of this. I guess there's like 3 stages, I guess. I'm not quite certain because, you know, I can barely do English, much less, you know, the medical terms. So yeah, we're pretty much done after that. But I don't know why. I think because Cheyenne's picture is right above. But he says, you have, I don't know, something about doors, and you know, doors where the iron goes through or something like that, and that the more extreme cases have cirrhosis of the liver. And so he says you don't have that. Everyone's snoring, by the way. Everyone is really, really tired. So that's Kit Kat and Bus, so it's loud, I'm sure. And so yeah, the most extreme is cirrhosis of the liver. The other one is, the other extreme is organ failure, I think he said. Something like that. I guess it happens more in Caucasians than it does other nationalities. And so it's more, I guess, almost like, I think sickle cell, is it sickle cell anemia? Isn't it more African American? I think, and then I was all, what do Mexicans get? I was trying to think of what Mexicans get, and I don't know. So I don't know. So hopefully I won't know. But yeah, mainly diabetes. But yeah. So anyway, so he says, Tim tells him, he goes, yeah, but he says, I felt good after getting that blood drawn. And the doctor says, yeah, he says, you have a high amount of iron, but it's not like critical. And so he says, so I want you to go get your blood drawn every once a month for 3 months, and then come back to me on the 4th. So which is, I think, July 28th or something like that. And so he says, and so we said, okay, well then Tim really, he wants to feel better. So, of course he does. And so you have to call Red Cross. Well, we live in a small town, so it's not like, oh yeah, they're open this Saturday. No, nothing like that. Our town is so small, and it doesn't cater to anybody. So, so they have, I think, blood drives once a year or something. I don't know. But, so he wanted him to go donate his blood. So it was like, okay, so Tim's on the phone on our way home, and he finds, he calls the Red Cross, and there's like areas in, there's openings, there we go. There's openings in our area. Of course, we have to drive, but, there's at least a little bit of openings, but, not for like 3 weeks or 2 weeks or so. And so Tim's like, okay, well, I live here, I'm willing to travel, that kind of thing. So the more he talked to the lady, and he's a nice guy, so he's nice on the phone too, and so she gets him an appointment the next day in another town. So we were like, cool. So he was excited because he's like, I want to see if it makes a difference, on how he feels. And as someone who's sickly herself, I'm like completely compassionate about that, because I'm like, dude, I understand. You just want to feel good. You just want to, have a normal life, where you can do things. And so, so he's like, yeah. So he was excited, and he was anxious to do this. So we said, okay, that's fine. And so we did a drive, and that he's working today. He's working. So anyway, so, but this, I don't know. I've never done a blood drive before. I've never donated blood before. Mainly because I used to be severely anemic, and so it was never a good thing for me to donate. And but then I remember being so anemic and having to go get tested so much that they were taking like vials of blood out of me, where I'm like, wait, don't I need that? So, but anyways, so that's a whole other thing, but that was years ago. And this side's done. What do you guys think? This is my brother and my mother. And my brother, yeah, my brother has tattoos all over his face and on his head. So, and on his, yeah, both my brother and I love tattoos. We're not close, but it was my mom's birthday, so we grinned and bared it. Does that sound right? So we did. So we handled each other just fine. So but we both love tattoos, and he is 46. He just turned 49, so next year he'll be 50. And so he says, my parents have no tattoos, so but my parents have none whatsoever. Tim has none. Cordell will never get any in his whole entire life because he can't handle needles. So and then Cheyenne does. Cheyenne has tattoos all over the place now. So, which, you know, you got to be careful now that she's trying to get a career. But, and she did, oh, I gotta tell you guys, she did awesome. She did so awesome. I know I changed the subject, but okay. So anyways, that took forever. Let me see if I can remember about going back with Cordell. Sorry, that's loud, but my door's open. He says, sorry, I got distracted there. Hold on a sec. Let me collect my thoughts. So that it took 2 hours. There we go. Let me finish that. It took 2 hours to get his blood drawn, his pint, but he felt really good. He felt really good when he was done. And so when we come home and it was still early enough. Yeah, I think it was still early enough that when we came home, he's like, okay, well, let's have lunch, and then I want to go put the lights up on the garage, or I want to go do one. He says, I want to go put one light up to see how it is. Well, I'm in my craft room because I'm like, anytime I can come in, when he's home and I can go in my craft room, I'm like, I'm here. And so I came in here, I started working on stuff, I don't know what, and so he look at this in a dory. And next thing you know, he's in there for hours. That's isn't that cute? That blood draw really helped him because he had energy up the wazoo. He really did. So he put up all the lights in the garage. That's how come he forgot to that he was gonna actually play in my office with the lights, because he got so like jacked about it that he ended up putting all the lights up. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So yeah, so he did it all. And he cooked dinner, you guys. He did it all. I was like, wow, can I just like drain you? Can I learn how to be a full blonde miss and just take your blood out in my office or something? I'm like, cause man, dude, you're rocking it. And as someone who has, you know, thyroid issues and who's never ever, you know, steady. I'm like, when I get new, you know, upper dosage and all that stuff, I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's rock this world. But so I understood how he was feeling, but it just still made me laugh so hard. And so yeah, so he ended up doing that. And it was just the cutest thing ever. So yeah, he finished doing that. So okay, so that was the story about this. It took 2 hours and it was like boring as heck. And I wish, and then I was having tummy troubles, you know, because I suffer from IBS, and oh my God, my tummy did not know what it wanted to do. And so, you know, and you're out and about and you're kind of, you know, like, you don't want to use public restrooms, but you know, you have no choice when you have IBS. You don't have any choice. Your body does not like you enough to give you a choice. So and so yeah, so then that happened. So it's 2 hours, and then I'm like, oh my God, panicking, everything else. So it was a mess. It was a mess that Saturday. So it was just like, oh my God, can it be done? Can we be done with Saturday? But anyways, so then that happened. So Saturday, Cheyenne had her test, right? She won't know if she passed her written. She's like, I don't know. She's all, I knew a lot of it. She's all, but you know, there were some things that kind of tripped me out. But I'm like, you know, I think she passed. I think she passed with no problem. And so I'm going to say she passed. But she did pass the physical agility, and she was so jacked about that because when Tim was training her, I told you guys, right? They have an 180-pound dummy, and it's like really like a dummy, and like a human. And wait, that didn't sound right at all, right? That did not sound right. Well, it's a dummy, but it's like, oh my God, that sounded weird. But it's a dummy that looks human. How about, I don't know. But anyways, so it was 180 pounds. So he trained her on that. And it ended up working out that she did that in 23 seconds, right? She drug it from one end, like one block, like one, I don't know, like a good distance. And in 23 seconds. Well, when she did her test, she saw, oh my God, this thing was like 160 pounds, and it was like a sandbag. She saw it wasn't even like a real real thing. And so she she ended up dragging that thing, she said, in like 5 seconds. So it was pretty cool. So proud of her. That's awesome. So yeah, so she's all, you know, she's not a bragger or anything like that, but she's all, I think I did the best out of all the girls. And so I was laughing because I'm like, you trained for it. And so, and then she passed, she did the whole physical agility and she passed every single thing. So, and she says the guy was so nice and encouraging and like, you got this, you know, that kind of thing. So she says it was really a really good experience. And so that was cool. And so, so let's keep crossing our fingers for her though. So let's hopefully she'll get the results soon, hopefully. I think I like this one down here. I think I put it down too short. That's okay. Look at, do you see Kit Kat? Look at that. How cute is that? So, and then this is a week I read, remember these books I've already read. I haven't read any new books in a while. I get her new book though, Shelley Lawrenson's. I get her new book today. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to wait for vacation. I'm not going to read it now. I can't do it, you guys. I can't do it because everybody, you know, I am part of, not her fan club, but there's a Facebook fan club kind of thing. A Facebook fan page, not an actual her fan page. And everybody is raving about it. They're like, we could not stop laughing. And I'm like, oh my God, because it's Hot and Badgered. That's her new series. So I'm like, oh, I can't. So yes, I'm going to start it today. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm probably not going to sleep tonight. So we shall see. But oh, Tim has to get an ultrasound on his liver. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. So I'll take that with me while he's getting that. I'll read a little bit more too, if I don't finish it by tonight. But I'm so excited. Oh my God. And so since February 19th, I think it is, I have read 14 books. Pretty freaking good, huh? That, because I went through my PL and I was looking and I was like, I think I'm on 14. So I devour these books. They're just the best ever. And I really need to go and see where she is, if she's signing any books, because I really want to meet her so bad. I really do. I mean, I'm just jacked about that. And so yeah. So anyway, so Cheyenne did good, and we're waiting for that. Tim did his blood work, or did the donation, and they took a pint out, and so that was crazy. It was super crazy. And then it was so cute, because look at this. I'll show you this up close too. This is Bus. This is our kitchen, and off our kitchen is the laundry room. He was from butt to head in the doorway long ways, and so he was long ways, and he was just laying there sleeping, and I was just like, while I was cooking dinner, and it was just the cutest thing ever. And I'm like, oh my God, I just love my bulldogs. They're just so awesome. They really are. They're just awesome. And so that was fun. So this is a very easy layout, you guys, and it's very it wasn't heavily embellished. It was just easy, and it's just whatever works. And so this was an easier layout that I've done in a long time. So but yeah, so anyway, so let me say thank you to Kai's mom sorry, and Judy Johnson. Broccoli, you know what, you guys, what I have been reading is that if you steam your vegetables, whether it be broccoli or cauliflower, if you steam it in chicken broth, it makes a difference. And I always use lemon pepper or garlic salt or garlic pepper, or, you know, just I use the basic seasonings. There's no actual like awesome seasonings that I use. Tastefully Simple, I use a lot of their stuff because, you know, I sell it, but that's about it. And so yeah, that's how I do that one. So, and then Barbara, is it Heish? I you know, it makes me laugh because I see the CHE for you, and when Cheyenne was growing up, some of her teachers would be like, Cheyenne, and hers is CHIYANNE, and so it made me laugh when I see yours, because I'm like, is it Heishi or is it Heish, or I don't know, but yeah, the CH is always, it makes me laugh because that's what Cheyenne's that's what her name starts with, is a CH. So, and then Elizabeth Youngkin, And thank you for your support on the Weight Watcher, my new Weight Watcher Facebook page. That has been a blast, you guys. That seriously is a blast. And I'm hoping I can maintain it. That's my problem, because I'm like, you know, I'm not a quitter, but I do get, you know, where I'd rather be crafting. But so it's scary in a way for me, but so far I am loving it, and I'm gonna keep going. So wish me luck. But and it's cool that you're on Weight Watchers. I just love it. And you know what, honestly, we're gonna be going on vacation soon, and starting in May. We'll be gone May, June, and July. We're gonna be doing our vacations at that point. And when we are, I'm living life. I'm living life, you guys. I'm not even thinking about watching what I eat, nothing like that. But if we come back on Thursday, then that Thursday, unless it's nighttime, if we were to come back, let me just say, if we come back Thursday morning, I don't know what our days are like anymore on those 3, but if we come back like Thursday morning, then I'll start my Weight Watchers back on Thursday morning. If we get back late on Thursday, then I would do it on Friday morning. So I'm going to get back on track immediately, but I am not going to not have something because of Weight Watchers, or because, you know, of any of that stuff. So I don't think so. I'm going to have fun, and I'm going to eat, and I'm going to have a great time. So I'm not going to worry about that stuff. So so yeah, so I understand your Nana camp. So while they're there, you know what, live it up, and then just get back on when you can. Just jump back on. I mean, there's no timeline. There's no timeline. Are you supposed to lose 10 pounds in 1 week? No. So you try not to gain 10 pounds in 1 week, but hey, you know, stuff happens. So, but, okay, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I love it. I love it. But I love it, but, it's not heavily embellished. Look at this. Happy days. So cute. So it wasn't, too much. So birthday, that was Black Bear. So that was our food at Black Bear. And I was like, it was okay. It wasn't worth the money. It really wasn't. So that Black Bear used to be really, really good. And we used to go like once a week when Tim was hurt on his back injury. But no, we haven't been in a while. And yeah, I wouldn't go back. So the food was just not very good. Anyways, you guys, have a great week. I know I'm going to get my husband to help me with this dang lighting again. But you guys have an awesome week. Is there anything else I gotta tell you? Nope. Okay, have an awesome week, and I will talk to you guys all next week, I believe. All right, guys, take care. Manny hands. Bye.